Hello, everybody. Today we're going to look at the skeletal system. So in your Edmodo, go to the post that says Intro to the Skeletal System. We have the link for the reading. We have my email you can send your assignments to, and we have the practice questions. So let's take a look at this. So the skeletal system is an organ system, and it provides the internal framework for your body. So it basically gives you shape. And we're going to get a little more into detail on it in a little bit. So in adults, the skeletal system has 206 bones, right? Bones are organs that are made of dense connective tissues, mainly collagen. Bones contain blood vessels, nerves, and other tissues, and they're going to be hard and rigid because they have deposits of calcium and other mineral salts. All right, spots where two or more bones meet are called joints, and many joints are going to allow bones to move like levers. So for example, your elbow allows you to bend and straighten your arm. Okay, besides bones, the skeletal system will contain cartilage and ligaments. So cartilage is a type of dense connective tissue that is made of tough protein fibers. So it's strong, it's flexible, it's smooth. It covers the ends of the bones at the joints so that the bones aren't rubbing against each other. Ligaments are going to be bands of fibrous connective tissue that hold the bones together. So they keep everything in place. Now your skeleton is going to be divided into the axial and appendicular skeletons. So the axial skeleton is going to be this part. It's going to be your head, your vertebrae, and your rib cage. All right, so that's like the axis of the body. The appendicular skeleton, or actually, the appendicular skeleton is going to be the appendages and their attachments. All right, so it's not just the arms and the legs. It's also the hands, the feet, the shoulder blades. Yeah, shoulder and pelvic girdles is what they call them here. So these are the pelvic girdles. These are the shoulder girdles, but they're also known as the shoulder blades. All right, functions of the skeletal system. So the skeletal system is going to support your body and give it shape. If you didn't have bones, you'd just be a pile of mush. All right. The bones are very hard and they protect the internal organs. So the skull protects your brain, your vertebral column and ribs and sternum are going to protect your heart, lungs, stuff like that. The skeletal system also helps provide movement. The muscles do the moving, but without the bones, you wouldn't really be able to move. Like when muscles contract, you wouldn't be able to bend your arms. You wouldn't be able to bend your knees. All right. Hematopoiesis, I think is how you say this. This is the process by which blood cells are produced, and this occurs in a tissue called red marrow, which is inside some of the bones. Red marrow is going to synthesize a lot of the parts of blood. So red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. The skeletal system also stores minerals, and it helps maintain mineral homeostasis. So if there are not enough minerals, if there are too many minerals in the blood, the bones are going to absorb some of the minerals and store them as mineral deposits. If the minerals are too low, the bones are going to release some of the minerals back into the blood. All right. And sexual dimorphism just means that the male and female skeletons are going to be different. The greatest difference is in the pelvis. The female pelvis is going to be adapted for childbirth, so that's why it's wider here. So hopefully that makes sense. Make sure you finish your questions and turn them into me.